Well, hello, Kelly Wheeler here, Central Florida's Real Estate Ninja. And on this video, I want to show you a tactical way if you are truly looking to buy a home in the Central Florida area, maybe in Clermont or the surrounding towns. How are you, as the buyer, going to get the most up-to-date, accurate information and cut through the clutter of searches that just drive you crazy? Going and looking at every agent's websites, Zillow, Realtor, Homes.com, it can get confusing. And in some cases, you might be missing out on the home that you were supposed to have. So it's important to make sure you work with a realtor that knows how to do what I'm about to show you. Now, stay with me to the end, because when we're done, when I show you this example that you have to have your agent set up, I want to talk to you about how, if you are truly buying a home, you can get a portion to all of your closing costs paid. Guys, that can be thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars you don't have to pay out of your pocket. So stay with me. I'm going to talk about that at the end. It's amazing how a lot of homeowners don't know they can do this. All right, let's go ahead and talk about home searches. I'm a realtor. All of us realtors pay dearly yearly for our MLS dues and our board association fees. Now, our MLS dues gives us access to, yes, the MLS. I'm a part of something called Stellar. And so when I get a new buyer, before we even start looking online at homes, before we do anything, the very first thing I want to do is have a Zoom if you are not near me, or meet. And I want to go ahead and find out what your criterias are. What does your perfect dream home look like? What are you expecting? What are you wanting? What are your wishes, your wants, your desires? And then what are some things you can live without if it comes to finding the right home, but needing to work on pricing? Like, all of that goes to the creation of proper tactical searches, and it maximizes your time. So all of that fancy schmancy talk right there was just, we gonna get together and chat. We gonna find out what it is you want. And then me as a ninja, I'm gonna make sure you get access to that. And we can have you set up to receive all new properties that meet your criteria on a daily basis as they're listed. We can do it on a every other day, once a week. We'll determine that at our conversation. Typically, my clients wanna know immediately. So I typically, once we set up the search in the MLS, we'll have you activated to receive an email in the morning and a text of all new properties. From that, you can then reach out to me and say, Kelly, we want to go see this property on Granite Bay. When can we do it? Right? That's really where this gets fun. But it all starts with a proper search. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, guys, and I'm going to show you what we as agents have access to. So this is our MLS. And the very first thing we're going to do is come in and do a search. Now, let's look at a scenario, and let's just say that you were looking in Clermont and you were very specific. So you were looking for homes that were going to be between 500 and 600,000. You needed at least 3 bedrooms or more. Bathrooms, we need 2 or more. Your requirements for square foot are at least 2,000 or more. Now, if you're very specific, if you need 2,500 but no more than 2,800, we can do that. I'm giving you a quick generic walkthrough. We can get very specific on this information. Dial it in so you're only going to be seeing the homes that you know you're going to be satisfied with. So moving down, we can say, you know what? We don't want anything that's older than 2015. Right? Now, we can even say include new construction. We can say we only want pool homes. All of that is dialed in right here. And then we've got active. So if you'll notice, there's 1,790 homes, but that's across the entire geographical farm of Stellar. We're going to get very granular. We're going to go ahead and we're going to search in Clermont. So here's Clermont, here's Mineola, Groveland, Mascot, down here's Davenport. You've got Leesburg, all of that. So proper Clermont to me would all, for me, when I'm searching, I'm going to talk with you, if you were my client, about Clermont and Mineola, because these are the up and coming, fastest growing towns. Clermont and Mineola share a border. I live in Clermont. I can be in Mineola in 1 minute, right? So we're probably going to give you options in both. So, and let's say you don't want to be super south, right? You want to go no farther than this area right here. So what we would do is we would go ahead and draw out this area. And there you go. Now, we would go back to results, and here's where the magic starts. So once we have all of this, right? Once we have everything that you want, we're going to go ahead and save the search, and we're going to do a new auto email. Now, what I didn't show you, because I don't want to put your personal information or fake information, is as a real estate agent, I can go in and create you and your wife, you and your husband, you and your significant other as a contact. Once I have your email addresses and your cell phone, I can make sure that you're going to receive emails and texts with your permission. We're going to send you an email. You're going to approve whether you want text or email or both. Once that's done, you will then be a lead, or you will be a client inside the MLS. And so then what happens is, if we want to do a new auto email, we just simply click it there and we pick the client. And then from there, we can set the scope of when you get your emails. We can do it at night. We can do it in the morning. We can do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which means every day a new property. So the very first email you get, it's going to be all these properties that I just highlighted. You're going to get all of those because they meet your criteria. You are going to go through all of those properties and then get back to me and say, Kelly, of these 20, here's 5 we would like to see. And then as your agent, I'll go and schedule those showings based on when you're available, and we are off to the races. And then once you get that initial first email, you're going to receive emails however we set it up. So if you want to know every day when a property hits, let's say it's Monday and a brand new property gets listed 0 days on market, and this home absolutely is your dream, well, you have the option to reach out to me and we can see if we can get in that day. You might be at work and can't go till later, so I will reach out to the agent and let them know that I've got a family interested in looking. Can we see it after hours? All of that your agent will handle for you. The biggest thing that you're going to be able to do is actually see in real time homes that meet your criteria. We can also make sure that you get homes that the first email you get will be homes that have been listed for whatever time they've been on the MLS. Moving forward, everything active that's brand new. Isn't that much better? Now, the other thing that we do for our clients is we make sure you also have access to homes off market. I'm not going to go into that on this video, but we have the ability to find homes that meet your criteria that are not listed for sale. And I'm not even talking about FSBOs or old expireds. These are homes that meet your criteria. The homeowner has not listed a home. We have the ability, once we target the proper home for you and you say, that one I could be interested in, we personally reach out to the seller and find out if they are interested in potentially looking at offers for their home. So we try to literally roll every stone that we can for you and your family to make sure you are getting the best options. And there's other things that we do, guys. Not going to go into detail in this video, but let me make one more statement. At the beginning, I told you, if you stay with me, one of the things that we do that this guy does, the ninja does, is we want to make sure that your experience is not only stellar, but we as a company, me as your agent, I want to make sure that you keep your hard-earned money, or as much of it as possible. Can we just agree? Home buying is not cheap. It can cost down payments, closing fees, inspection fees, and so forth and so on. So what have we done? Well, let's talk about 2 major things. If you are in the Central Florida area and you're going to be selling your home and buying another one, if your home is over $500,000, we offer you a 1% listing fee. And I do that for all of the families that contact me off of YouTube. If you have a home less than 500, it would be 1.5%. Still, most agents charge 3% to list your home. If you're under 400,000, it's only 1.5%. It gets better. We actively market for buyers for our homes. So if I happen to find a family and they are not represented by an agent, our fee to write that offer and represent them in the transaction as well, with your permission, is only 1%. Most buyer agents are getting 2.75 to 3%. So right off the bat, we're saving potentially tens of thousands of dollars on that transaction. Now, here's where it gets really good. If you are buying a home after I sell yours, or if you're buying a home and we've never talked, if I represent you, you're going to get 25% of our buyer's agent commission to use towards closing cost, on top of any negotiations we do on your behalf. So guys, this plan was put in place for you to not only show you the absolute most up-to-date, fresh listings that match your criteria, but it allows you the opportunity to work with the Ninja and save your precious cash. That's it. All right, guys, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell every time we put out this content. Stay with me on the journey. Reach out to me. My contact information will pop up on the screen. Also, in the description, I'll leave my contact info, my email, my phone. Call or text me. I'll even leave a link if you want to schedule a Zoom. Let's chat. We don't even know if we want to work together. Let's chat. Do a quick Zoom. Find out a little bit more about me, and then I get to find out about you and your amazing family, and we can start that process. All right, guys, that's it. This is the best way for you to be able to search for homes without struggling, without confusion, without having to go look at 500 sites. Simply sit back and allow our absolutely amazing MLS to give you and serve you on a daily or weekly basis exactly what you're looking for. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, that's it. We appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic week. And until I see you on the next video, keep searching.